It's Kirby. It's a lot of Kirby. Anyway, welcome to Kirby's Nightmare Dreamland. Another little bonus LP I've got. And this is a remake of the second game in the Kirby series, Kirby's Adventure. Yeah, I know, it's not a remake of Kirby's Dreamland. No, it's Kirby's Adventure that's a remake of. On the Game Boy Advance. And I believe it's the first handheld game to give Kirby his dash ability, and Kirby's Adventure was the first game to give Kirby his copy ability. Now, I know it's kind of a staple for Kirby for those who might not be as familiar with the series, but the first Kirby game did not have copy abilities, and they added it for this game in, well, Kirby's Adventure, and just kind of stuck. So yeah, and the style, I think, specifically for the box art, is styled after the early 2000s anime of Kirby, or cartoon, however you want to define it. Kirby Right Back at Ya. The show that I watched a little bit growing up. You can also, so this is one of those games where you lose your copy ability just by getting hit once, but you can also ditch it by pressing the select button, or whatever it is in future games, but in this game specifically, it is the select button. And that little mini game, don't get used to me actually doing well in it, nor in these little sub games, Bomb Rally. But for the end of stage minigame, you gotta press A at the right time to try and reach the top level to get an extra life. And in Bomb Rally, you're trying to basically play hot potato with a bomb and frying pans. But for some reason in Bomb Rally, I swear I press A when I'm supposed to, but then Kirby will just switch which way he's facing. I'm just really bad at timing it. Also, those little spike ball things are Gordos. If you didn't know about Gordos, they're one of two enemies you gotta be careful of in Kirby. I mean, be careful of any enemy really, but Gordo, and they're these little floating head things. I forget their name. But if you try to eat the floating head things, they will turn demonic and attack you. Anyway, so we have our little mini bosses here. That guy gives you Crash, though I think in later games, if you eat an enemy like him, he'll give you the bomb ability. But that's not an ability in this game. Anyway, so you have your variety of copy abilities, but unlike later games and certain previous games, I think Superstar had it like this, where Kirby had multiple moves with each copy ability. So with like Sword, you could do your regular slash, but you could also do like an upper slash. Also, that little cave right there, you go in there, you get an extra life. There are a decent amount of little secrets like that where you can get either health, an extra power up, or an extra life. Anyway, this first world, Vegetable Valley, is really short. It's only 4 levels and a boss. Anyway, we have my favorite ability. We have Spark. Basically, you have a little 360-degree barrier around you. And, you don't get to move, but, I don't know, Spark is my favorite. My favorite used to be Ball. I don't know why. Maybe it represents my ADHD well. Now we have Burning. So yes, we do have a Fire and a Burning Kirby. We also have a Freeze and an Ice Kirby. Basically, Fire just shoots a fire breath, Burning is a fiery dash, and I believe later games will just kind of combine them into one. Ow. Also, so while you are underwater, you cannot inhale in this game. So if you get hit underwater and lose your copy ability, it's basically gone. It's pretty hard to get your copy ability back in the water. Because copy abilities, once they are removed from you, they kind of just, bounce around, but they will disappear after a while. But in water, they disappear real quick. So you have to be very quick with that. Also, you have the museum. Basically a free copy ability. And now Kirby is the sword user. Oh yeah, you also have a dash. You have several means of attack without a copy ability. You have your dash. You also have those little puffs that you shoot out when you start flying. Also, so I think this guy's name is Mr. Frosty. Though I believe in one of the games, there was a translation error, and he was called Mr. Flosty with an L. Anyway, so how this LP is going to work is we're going to basically have 2 worlds per video. So it's going to be a four-part Let's Play. It's not a very long Let's Play, though. Some of these do get a little lengthy. Like I'm on my editing software right now watching this. This is how I'm viewing the part. And I'm looking at part 3 and, oh boy. Though then again, it's not... Actually, no, part 3 is not terribly long. Because I forgot how I spaced out the parts. But, what we had there was the invincibility candy. You just walk into it, Kirby turns invincible. Can just dash through anything. You can still die to bottomless pits, I believe. So, watch out for that. Also, that door up there is barred for now, because this is the first world. Also, we have Needle Kirby. It's kind of like Spark. I don't know. I prefer Spark, though. Maybe it's the sound effect that Spark makes. Anyway, so that's World 1 down, and that was Wispy Woods. He's usually the first boss of the game, and he's pathetically easy. He's a tree. He can drop apples from his branches and shoot puffs, but it's easy. Also, we are at Ice Cream Island. Also, a little tidbit about that, little intro there. So, the story of the game is King Dedede has taken the Dream Rod from the Fountain of Dreams, and so no one's able to dream right now. But what was Kirby doing there? Was he daydreaming? Not necessarily dreaming, but just kind of visualizing things? So yeah, so it's up to Kirby to collect the bits of the Dream Rod that Dedede has broken and return them. Also, that enemy I just killed there was the one that you also have to be careful for, because they're the ones that turn demonic when you try to eat them. They cannot be eaten. Nor can Gordos. Also, that guy, be careful. The guy who about fell from the cliff, he's a crash enemy, so he will just kind of hurt you if you're in his area, which is not as big as you might think. Also, we have Tornado. Tornado is pretty good. You're invincible while you're using the ability, but you can't control necessarily where Kirby goes. And now we have another sub-game, Kirby's Air Grind. Probably a little predecessor to Kirby Air Ride. But anyway, so in terms of the copy abilities, I show most of them off. The only ones I really don't show off are Crash. I think it's shown once, but it's a screen nuke, so it's whatever. Mike, I don't think I show at all, nor do I show off Parasol. Mike is basically Crash, but you get 3 screen nukes as opposed to 1. And Parasol is you have an umbrella, and you can do a little a little whoosh forward, and you also slow down your descent. Anyway, so for now they're giving it to us easy with the whole secrets and whatnot. Soon we're going to have to find these little switches if we're going to want to complete the game. You don't have to find them if you just want to beat the game. You only do it if you want to get 100%. Also, when you beat this game, you unlock extra mode, which is just the same game again, but you have 3 units of health instead of 6. Anyway, here's another power-up baddie. This is Wheel. Wheel is fun, though later games will make it more fun by letting you jump with Wheel. But in terms of other things, I believe if you 100% extra mode, beat it and get all the switches, you also unlock a Meta Nightmare mode, which lets you control Meta Knight in this game. But he only has 3 units of health. Also, I like if you fail this, if you don't press A at all, you'll just get the very bottom area, and the little signboard, instead of giving you a score, will say press A. Also, I'm skipping past all bomb rallies from now on. I'm also going to be skipping past all air grind from now on. So I'm only doing I'm only showing off each sub game once on screen. Anyway, we're about to get a special little power up. That is UFO. UFO Kirby is pretty broken. He's got a laser. There's a laser copy ability later on, but he's also got a beam Kirby's or the beam power-ups attack, where he has a little like laser. He like slashes in front of him. UFO's air maneuverability is good. Also, I think that cave also has a secret. I spot all these secrets now while I'm recording and don't even think about them when I'm actually playing the game. But yeah, so UFO's Kirby's air maneuverability is pretty good. I don't know, I just don't care for it as much as some other people might. Because it's kind of awkward to attack stuff, like, especially, like, if you're trying to charge up, it's like, you can only face one direction. Oh, and there's Meta Knight himself. Also, this is one of his stages. Copy abilities aren't too useful in these little gauntlets. Your best bet to take care of the enemies is to eat them. Eat them and spit them out at each other. These big guys with the spike ball, they take a little more punishment if you don't just swallow them. Anyway, so I remember there was a question between some people I know about what those little like health pickups are. So there's the maximum tomato, which refills your health completely. But then there are those little bottle-like things. I always thought it was root beer. That's just how I was. Alright, so to the left there is laser. You shoot a laser. Think of it kind of like what UFO could do, except you can't charge it. So, and I just move on because honestly, there's only a couple of copy abilities that I really like in this game. Well, I don't think any of them are bad except sleep, because sleep is sleep. But my favorites are probably Spark, Burning, and Sword. And maybe Freeze. Depends on how I'm feeling. Oh yeah, and there's a stone. Stone allows you to just turn into a stone. And that guy right there turns into Mike Kirby. But I won't be showing off my Kirby pretty much at all. Yeah, they look all cute and innocent, but don't try and eat them. They will kill you, and they will enjoy it. In terms of my experience with Kirby, like, I've obviously played this game. I played a little bit of Amazing Mirror, just a little bit. What else? I own Epic Yarn, which I'll do at some point. I have beaten Triple Deluxe, and I think that's about it. I'm not I'm a kind of a casual Kirby fan. Like, this game, like a lot of GBA games, I have a lot of fond memories with, like this, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I think there was an Earthworm Jim game on here. I remember this old Toy Story game, but I can't find it because every video I've seen of a Toy Story game is just like, my memories are telling me this isn't what I'm looking for. But I couldn't tell you what exactly I'm looking for. So yeah, you saw a lot of Spark Kirby. Because, again, it's my favorite power-up. And again, I don't reach the top level a lot. I'm really bad at the timing in this game. Alright, and so next up we have the arenas. These I'll show more often because you fight different enemies in here. I know here you fight Mr. Frosty, but, you know, it's the first arena. But those are good sources of certain other power-ups that you don't get from just a museum. Also, these cannons are indestructible, and some of them lock into place, some of them follow where your kind of general direction is. So, do keep that in mind. Well, not really keep in mind, it's pretty simple. Also, a thing to actually keep in mind, when you get 2 copy abilities that are different and that are not ones that you've dropped, you will get a roulette. So basically it'll change between a whole bunch of different copy abilities. In the little screen on the bottom left, you press, I think, A at the right time to get one that you hopefully want. But it is a roulette, so keep that in mind. Anyway, so we're at 12 extra lives, and we're only in World 2. 13 now. I think I end the game with like 40-something lives. I had a lot. Then again, I recorded this on the Wii U Virtual Console. So I did not, whenever I would stop for a session, I also like these little pause screens because they have a little joke about the power-ups. Like, it's flaming tackle time, who's going to stop me? Sorry about that. So yeah, something along the lines of high jump, high tackle. I hate stupid robocalls, man. Interrupting my post-commentary recording, which is not easy to try and start up again. I have to kind of guesstimate. Anyway, so now we found our second boss, but I decided to go prepare by grabbing my favorite power-up and also filling up on health. This is the painter. He'll make several different copy ability enemies. Some of them won't be copy abilities. Like, I know there's one that just looks like Kirby, and it doesn't look like and it doesn't turn into anything. I think later games turn this into the character Adeline, and there's also the Waddle Dee. But that'll do it for this part, so I'll see you guys next time for World 3 and 4.